Welcome back, boys and girls, to Place Value 6. Okay, and this one and the following video will finish us off on place value, and we're moving more towards problem solving questions, transfer type questions, boys and girls. Okay, this page today that we're looking at, boys and girls, again, thanks to Phones for putting their stuff online, gives us basically a roundup of all that we have done before. Okay, I'm particularly interested, boys and girls, in C here, but we'll have a quick look through the rest of the aspects as well, predominantly B and D, but more when we come to it. The thing that I want you to focus on and to do for me is actually section C here. Okay, if we look at B, boys and girls, you're drawing notation boards to show the following amounts. Write each amount as words. So you've got 23,987. So again, you would put in your tens of thousands column, your thousands column, your hundreds, your tens, and your units, and you would slot each of those numbers in, and then you would write it out as words. Okay, and you can do that if you wish, just to give yourself a more reinforced view of what place value is and what each of the digits stand for. Okay, on question 2, you're just writing them out in expanded form. So again, if we look at question 3 here, boys and girls, I'm more interested in this one and in question 4 here. So again, you're just looking at the underlined digits and the value of those underlined digits. Okay, and you're going to write those in words and in numbers. So okay, so we've got 17,654. The 7 is underlined, and if you had your notation board and you had your 1 in the 10,000s column, your 7 in the thousands column, 6 in the hundreds, 5 in the tens, and 4 in the units, you would see that this 7 stands for 7,000, and that's all that basically is, boys and girls. Here you've got 3 in the tens column, so your answer there is 30. Okay, you have 9 in the 900s column, in the hundreds column, so you have 900 there. You have 8 in your units. Okay, here you have 2 numbers underlined. You have the 6 and the 4, boys and girls, gives you 64 in total, and that's how you would write it. Okay, you've got 6 tens and 4 units there, 64 in total. This number, boys and girls, you've 18,755. Okay, you would have a 0 in the units column, and a 0 in the tens column, and a 0 in the 10,000s column, because you're only focused on the 8 and the 7. So that means you would see that you have 8,700. Okay, remember that little apostrophe I've said to you time and time again. It's a good thing to think of that as the word thousand. Okay, so you have 8,700. And on here, in the last one, boys and girls, you've got 432. Forget about the 76, it's not underlined. 76,000. The 2 is basically units. Okay, and it's going to be a 0 in there because you're only looking at the 4 and 3. So it gives you 430. For 4, boys and girls, you're looking at those, what's that, 6 numbers there, guys, and you're putting them in order, starting with the greatest. So again, that's descending order, starting with the highest number, working down to the smallest and the lowest. Okay, this is where we want to focus on, boys and girls. Okay, Donal is a pilot with Aer Aire. This is his flight schedule from Dublin Airport for September. Okay, so he's going to fly to New York, Los Angeles, Bangkok, Melbourne, etc., etc. Okay, and boys and girls, what you're asked to do here, you're going to put the journeys in order, starting with the longest. So again, boys and girls, starting with the highest number, working down to the smallest number, lowest number, highest to lowest, biggest to smallest. You know, it's that whole thing about descending order again. So okay, so we're looking for starting with the longest journey. We've got 17,000 now. There's an 18,000 there. So the longest journey is to Christchurch. Okay, then the second one is going to be Melbourne, and you're working all the way down to your lowest figure, which is New York at 5,116. Okay, now each distance here that's shown here, boys and girls, is a single journey, and you've got to calculate the total number of kilometres per return journey. Now if it's a return journey, boys and girls, you're calculating those, and it means you're flying to New York and then flying back from New York to Dublin. Okay, so this is only to New York, so you've got to work back to Dublin again, so you're doubling up all of these figures. Okay, so if I've got 5,116, Mrs. Hannah and Ms. Moen would be really chomping at the bit here to be saying use your mental math strategies, and you should, guys, okay? So you can see you've got 5,000 there, that's doubled up to 10,000. You have 116, that gives you 200, and your 16 doubles up to 32. So you should have 10,232, okay, for New York. And that's okay, and that's fine with those sorts of figures. And even for the likes of Los Angeles there, you've got 8,000, which will double up to 16,000. You have 300 doubling up to 600, and you have 16 doubling up to 32. So it'll give you a total of 16,632 kilometres for your return journey. However, and this is where I want to come in on this one, boys and girls, the likes of Bangkok, which is next, 9,896. Okay, 9,896. Sorry, I'll just correct that. Apologies, guys. It's a bit messy. Okay, so I've got 9,896. Now, you could, boys and girls, use your mental math strategies. What I would say to you is that rather than taking the time to work that out mentally, quite often I find that it's just easier and quicker if you actually, with those sorts of numbers, just stick them down and do it. So 6 and 6 is 12, down your 2, carry your 1, 9 and 9 is 18, 1's 19, 9, carry another 1, 16, 1, 17, carry your other 1, 9, 9's 18, and 1's 19. So I know that the return journey from Bangkok is 19,792. Okay, we just double check that. 6 and 6 is 12, 2, 1, 9 and 9's 18, 1's 19, 9, 1, 8 and 8, 16, 17, adding your 1, and 19 is right. Okay, boys and girls? And then you know that you've got it correct, and you're not taking time too much to try to work that out mentally. Now again, Mrs. Hannah and Miss Mohan probably say, oh, it's really, really quick, but in terms of transfer questions, boys and girls, your progress test maths, it's always good to be able to work something out just so that you can see it yourself too, so that you can confirm to yourself, yeah, that is exactly the right answer, 19,792. And if I look then at Melbourne, boys and girls, and I quickly rub this out, and we've got 17,235 miles there. Now, boys and girls, very quickly, as I'm rubbing this out, I'm going 17,000 in my head is 34,000 return, 235 doubled is 470. So I could put that in as 34,470. But just to be absolutely sure that I've got the right answer, okay, I'll stick it down. 17,235, 17,235. And we're going to add those. Okay, so we have 5 and 5, 10, down your 0, carry your 1, 7, 4, 7 and 7 is 14, down your 4, carry your 1, and there's 3, 34,470. But again, boys and girls, there's no harm. Mental maths, brilliant, but just to confirm it, stick it down very quickly the way I have there and work it out. Okay? Now, once you've done all of that for all of your return journeys, boys and girls, right from New York here, guys, all the way down to Santiago, okay, you've got to round each return journey to the nearest 100 kilometres. Now, if you remember there, guys, we had 17,235, and we doubled that up to 34,470 for Melbourne. Okay, for our Melbourne journey, okay, and we're going to round this one, boys and girls, to the nearest, sorry, it says to the nearest 100, so if we're looking at this to the nearest 100, guys, I'm looking at this to the nearest 100, the block it falls into is between 400 and 500. Now, it's 30 away from 500, it's 70 away from 400, so if I'm rounding this to the nearest 100, okay, I'm going to be saying that the journey to Melbourne is roughly 34,000 and back again is 34,500, okay. And again, boys and girls, you do that for each of your destinations there, all the way from New York, right all the way down to Santiago, okay. The next one you're routing to 1,000. Now, it says, what is the difference in kilometres between the shortest and the longest journey. So look at the shortest one-way trip, and it's New York here at 5,116, and we're looking at the longest return journey, and again we know that that's Christchurch in New Zealand at 18,940. Okay, so first of all we've got to find those as returns. So if we quickly do the New York one again, we know that it was 10,232. Hope I'm right there. And if we're doing the Christchurch one, boys and girls, we've got 18,940. 18,940 for bringing us back from Christchurch to Dublin. We've got 0 in our units column, 8 in the tens, 9 nines 18, 16 17, and that's 37,880. Okay, so if I stick in the 37,880 and we take those away at that stage, boys and girls, okay? I'm not going to do that. I have to leave you something to do, okay? So I want you to do that too. Now, if I can quickly get rid of some of this, guys, I just want to expand and show you what I want you to finish off with on this particular section. And if we look at D, boys and girls, here, this is sort of a wee fun one to finish off with. The number that we're looking at is 46,798. Now, how many digits has it? That's right, it has 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 digits make up that number. Has the number what in the hundreds place? Yep, 7. What number is in the 10,000s place? That's good. You should have all said 4 there, because we've got 46, about 40,000 here in the tens. Is 46,800 when rounded to the nearest? Now there are 2 answers there, boys and girls, actually. I'll let you think about that and come back to me on that one. And is something when rounded to the nearest thousand? Okay, so again, we've got 6,798. So that's between the 6,000 block and the 7,000 block. Okay, so which of those two is it rounded to? Okay, so you should have 47,000 there. So 46,798 is 47,000 when rounded to the nearest thousand. Okay, boys and girls? Hopefully you all got that and understand it. Remember, the good thing about these videos is you're able to stop them, rewind them, give yourself some thinking time, listen to the explanations again, and then get some help if you need to. All the best, boys and girls, and we'll see you on our very last place value video shortly.